This is 4. Okay, you're gonna compare these two numbers, 100 and 4. You're gonna see that 100 is actually greater than 4, so you're gonna take 4 out like that. You're gonna dump 100 in 4's place like that, and then you're gonna take 4 back one time, and you're gonna put 4 there. Well, that's what insertion sort is essentially. Just make it a bit neat. I have to erase stuff like that. Perfect. Done. Now what you're gonna do, you see that these two are sorted. Now you're gonna leave these two. You're gonna compare these two now. Alright, these two. Let's just have a nice variable. Alright, I started here. Okay, beginning. We compared 4 and 100. I doesn't remember in insertion sort our I variable is never gonna start at 0. It's gonna always start at 1. Okay, remember that. We're gonna have another variable called j that's gonna start here, but I'm not gonna introduce you to j right now. Just remember that j comes before I. Now we apply insertion sort here, okay, because now I was like that. We compared I started here. Now we already swapped these together. We already swapped the two, so we increment I right now, and then because j is 1 less than I, j comes here now. J is no longer there. Okay, this is just how it works. So now you're gonna compare that. You're gonna take 44 out. You're gonna dump 100 over here. You're gonna cross 44 because it's dumped, and now you're gonna put 44 over here. You're gonna check that 4 is actually less than that, so 44 should actually come here. Okay, so just make it neater once again, like that. Now you're gonna see 5. Alright, you're gonna take 5 out. You're gonna compare it with the 100. Alright, you see that actually 100 is greater, so you're gonna dump 100 here, and you're gonna put 5 here, and you're gonna dump 4 also, 44 there. You're gonna bring the entire block ahead, and you're gonna put 5 where it belongs. You're gonna see it's actually less than that. Actually no, it's 5 is more than that, so you're gonna dump here. Okay, so 100 doesn't go there, 44 is there. Now just make things a bit neater. Then of course you have 1. Okay, so you're gonna take 1 out. You're gonna first compare it with the 100. You're gonna see that 100 is greater, so you're gonna take 1 out. You're gonna shift the entire array. You're gonna put 100 there. You're gonna put 144 there. You're gonna put a 5 there. You're gonna put a 4 there, and 1 is gonna come right over there. Okay, so it's gonna be 4. It's gonna be 5. Basically, you're pushing all the entire array forward and putting 1 where it belongs. So that's just essentially insertion sort. And if you want to code insertion sort, the way of doing it is j, right, and I. Remember when we as we went along inside the array, when we 100 was here, okay, that was, then I was below 100, then 100 came here. Actually no, 100 was there, so I was here, then 100 came here, then I came here, then once the 100 came here, then I was there. So you incrementing I, and just as I is incrementing, j is also incrementing. J is just 1 less than I, and if j is 1 less than I, it means j plus 1 is I. J plus 1 is I. Okay, and you see when we took 1 out, or remember we took 5 out, we took 44 out, we even took 4 out. Now I mean we took 1 out as well, and then we dumped it at its proper position inside of the array. Now when we took it out inside of programming, we have to store it in a variable. So this variable is called current. Okay, current, basically C. So current is equal to 1, current is equal to 5, current is equal to 4, current is equal to 44, because whenever we take something out of the array, we store it in current, and then when we dump it over here at this position, you know where we're gonna dump it? We're gonna dump it at a position called j plus 1 of the array. Now you're gonna ask me, of course, why is it j plus 1? Isn't it supposed to be j? Good question. Because inside of insertion sort, once we code it, you're gonna see that j is being decremented. Okay, so if I is here, right? J would be here, right? But once we remember I was going back, shifting the entire thing upward. So the shifting is like this: J is equal to J plus 1. I think it was something like that. You'll understand it. You'll see what once I code it. All right. When I'm shifting, like you see, I shifted 4. 4 comes here. 5 comes there. 100 comes. 44 comes here. 100 comes there. That entire shifting process is covered by this. J is equal to J plus 1.